Hello everybody and welcome to F2 in Elite Vortex Racing. This is round 4 in China. My name is Sam. I will be your commentator for tonight and I am joined here with Taze Leroy as always.
Hello.
Now obviously, as you can see, there's quite a disappointing number of people who've turned up tonight, and obviously I'm going to be completely open with you. We are willing to take action for tonight. However, let's not forget though, despite the numbers, maybe the poor numbers, we were aware of a lot of these people's absences and why they are absent, so just be aware of that. However, all I'm going to say to you is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream tonight. And I will promise some people who have not been showing up the last couple of weeks and have been not committing to the league, they will have action taken. I'm just going to say that now because, if I'm honest, as an owner, we shouldn't be getting these low numbers, especially this early on in the season. Anyway then, Lee, so after an interesting race in Australia, which was quite an interesting one, wasn't it, Lee? Very difficult to overtake, but... Oh, and look at this! We've got rain, Lee! Oh, yeah. Wow. Heavy rain, I think, as well. So this is interesting then, Lee. But I was talking about Australia, but oh my words, this is going to be rather interesting, isn't it? Full wet qualifying. This could be something different.
Yeah, I believe this is our first wet qualifying in the season. No, we had. Wait, was Baku wet?
I think in F2 it's the first one we've had that's wet. Yeah. I think. I'm not sure.
It's tonight or Baku?
I think in yeah, it was one of the two. I don't know. Did Baku get wet? I'm not 100% sure. Did it?
I don't know.
Anyway, however, we're not going to focus on that too much since that was something in the past. There's a lot of comments going on right now. There's 9 comments, 6 people in, and that would be VRT TV and Cat Minty talking. And yeah, as I think that's Brett who's in tonight, he is also issuing the same thing. It will be fixed after tonight. We will make sure that attendances don't reach this low. This is just a bit, it's just one of those weeks, I'm afraid, lads, because I mean, a lot of people are on vacation, and I'm guessing it's something traditional in Central Europe because I've spoke to like some of the Dutch lads, like Gavin, for example, who is obviously racing tonight, and he's told me that a lot of people, especially around this holiday, do tend to go away for the weekend or for the week. So I just want to clear that one out the way, and then the other people who have maybe not given us a reason why they're not here, they will be dealt with personally. However, back to the action then, completely, obviously, let's just ignore everything. We're obviously expecting a very interesting race indeed then, and I'm guessing that the wet weather is going to supply that, Lee.
Yeah, so I wonder, is it just wet for qualifying, or are we going to see around the race? And if we are in for a draw race, I wonder how people are going to fare with people probably going to run, maybe they'll be running dry setups, or maybe they'll run a mix. I wonder how they're going to fare, especially through the long right hand there, and there's some other corners as well. You can look in. Obviously, the main.
Yeah, well, well, because he's the first man on track, we will be on board with Cassie G tonight, who will obviously take us the first lap around this track. It's in the wet though, so I'm expecting something rather interesting from Cassie G tonight. He's really wanted to go for the podium and perhaps even for the win tonight, get his season really underway. Here we go into the first corner. Pretty difficult, especially in this wet weather. Mustn't go down the gears too quickly, otherwise you do end up sliding to the outside and out of the racing line, which is obviously you don't want to do, because otherwise you're more likely to aquaplane across the puddles, which does not help you at all. However, here we go then, taking the most inside line he can into this corner. It's very difficult to find where the braking point is here, because it's quite difficult in this rainy weather. However, he's done it pretty well, and he's now coming into this tricky S section, which is probably more tricky in the rain. Pretty much this whole track is going to be more difficult in the rain. However, let's see what he can do around these corners. Pretty smoothly. Pretty smooth. Oh, he almost lost the back end there. You had to be careful. Like I said, the wet weather's going to sort something like that. And Tony's got a little bit of issues there. He's just joined the session back again. He was racing in the Kevin Magnussen account. Oh, and there goes Dane. Oh. This happened last week. We had a discussion about Tim being the lobby host. Well, if this is going to happen, then yeah, unfortunately, he may have to drop down from that role since simply, obviously, this keeps happening. But however, we'll obviously make more discussion with that. Anyway, back to the action. So Cassie G just about to complete a lap in a few seconds' time. This tricky hairpin, got to be very close. He's already ran out of VRS, though, Cassie G, which is a little worrying. However, let's not worry about it too much around the wets, because I don't think it really means too much. Onto the... is that Gavin about to come across the line? Yes, it is. Wow, 48.1. The Haas of Indigo is next. So as he slides around the final corner, then how is Indigo going to approach this to the line? Of 1 minute 47.6. That's a very good lap time, and I think that's Geordie now coming across the line. Goes second place. Was Venom supposed to be in the McLaren, I believe? I don't know why he's in the Racing Point. However, his points will be recorded in the McLaren, so I was a little confused about that.
Faulkner goes fastest by 1.2 seconds.
Wow. There we go. Angelo, or known as Lyronix, goes pole position then currently. Venom coming across the line. Tim also the championship leader. Where's he going to go? He goes fifth, not what he wants, but there's Venom going fourth place then for what should be the McLaren. Yeah, Dane has got issues again. His season's just getting bad to worse for poor Valentino then. I don't know what to think. Oh, Matt's almost losing the car there around the final corner, trying to drag the car around the final corner, especially, and he's kind of lost it. He's lost it. Oh, he's lucky to keep that out of the wall, really.
He's done very well to not lose a tire.
Oh, he's so lucky there, but there's some that are lucky, some that aren't. I mean,
Frey's on another flying out. I didn't see him when she was up by. I saw you as well.
It's absolutely difficult in these wet conditions. Is Casper on a lap? No, he's not. Big boy Ewan could be on a lap, perhaps.
Freyne is on one. I can tell you that.
Well, let's. I'm just going to. Wait, what the hell? No, I don't want that. I wanted that. I want to share the videos. Fran's up by 4/10 then, so let's see what Frayne can do. Fourth place currently, not doing too bad at all. Not too shabby, VRT Frayne. Oh, back end almost lost it.
Oh, he's lost it again. I mean, if after you three was this combination, I was pissing it down. That's exactly what it is. Here it comes into the hairpin. They might both stay tight. Then first she's Venom in front of them.
So I'm just going to post streams right now, Lee, as this is obviously probably one of the better points to do so.
47-4.
Despite that mistake there, yeah, despite that mistake then, it's a Ferrari 1-2, however, Angelo gets well away from everyone else, so Hulkenberg at the moment leading the way by over a second, so I think this is probably starting to see who's experienced in the wet and who's obviously experienced more to the dry, and obviously we are seeing that Angelo is much quicker than everyone else at the moment in the wets, so we'll just have to wait and see what he does in the race, and I'm just about to tweet this out. It's the streams, and obviously share with people around, and obviously so we can get as many in this stream as possible. I'm gonna move. Now I've done that, I'm gonna move over to the F2 stream, see who's watching, see if anyone has said anything. Hello everybody who's watching right now. Dane is leaving all the time, which is a little frustrating. There's yellow flags is set to 2.
It's Tim.
Tim? What's happened to Tim? He's going well slow. He must have...
He spawned, yeah.
Tony's on a lap. He's now next man
Finally
on,
being able to get on.
he's able to get this.
Oh, flag again? Is that?
Oh, Tony's a little bit funny with the back end. Hulkenberg sets an even quicker lap. This is impressive here from Lyronix, Angelo Hulkenberg, whichever one you want to call him. There's so many names I could call him now, but anyway, I'm going to just stick with Hulkenberg, really, because it's probably much easier for everyone else in the stream. However, I mean, he's gone pole position lead by over a second. That's really impressive there from Hulkenberg, and I'm hoping people can compete. Sorry, Tony doesn't look like the lad to do it at the moment. It's a little bit laid back.
Who's that?
I'm not 100% sure. That's a Mercedes, I think, letting people pass, and that'll be of Plix. Oh, Tony just battling the car around that corner. And Fish Stick Sweet says hello. Rather interesting name. Fish Stick Sweat, sorry, that's a rather even more interesting name. But hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy the ride along. However, Tony is about to finish his lap. He's still just literally battling that car around every corner at the moment. Not enjoying his wets. And that's oh, it's Yugio. Hello, mate. Rather interesting name. But Tony does go 5th place. He does go 5th place, Lee. So, despite having to drag the car around most of the circuit, he's been able to put. He has been able to put in a great lap there. Venom's started a lap, so Venom is going to be an interesting one to see. And Gio, thanks for that. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the best commentator. There's probably much better out there, but however, I do accept the rather big compliment you just made there. However, we are still watching qualifying. Qualifying is quite difficult to commentate, especially over these wet conditions. Venom is. Yeah, he's got that for me as well, Lee. I don't know if that's to do with Tim, again.
No, I don't see anyone.
Venom's left the session. Venom has ended up leaving the session. There's some problem with this session. This session has gone quite pear-shaped, really, hasn't it? A lot of people seem to be leaving at the moment. I don't know what's going on with this session. Has Dane got back in, does anyone know?
Yes, he just joined back.
I think he has just joined back. I'm just waiting for it to say that VRT Valentina has left. I'm hoping Venom can get back in, because Venom just popped off the map and then just obviously... And there he is, he has joined, but he must be absolutely fuming.
Matthias is on the fire, is a yellow flag.
Oh, Kai said hello. Up the walls. Hello Kai, how are you doing, mate? I thought you were doing comms in another league tonight. However, I'm not going to mention it too much. Big boy Dewan, he's on a lap right now, 10th place at the moment. He's struggling so hard in these wet conditions, and like I said, it's like a monsoon out there. Reminds me of the storm that's on its way. The storm that's on its way is affecting China right now. Everyone's on outlaps right now. Indigo's just gone on a lap. Oh yeah, let's see how Matthias is doing. Is he up or down? I'm pretty sure he's up. Surely the 1 minute 51 was not his best time. What's it gonna be? It's a 1 minute 46.9. It's the second man into the 1 minute 46s. Whether that's showing that the track's starting to dry up, or it's just showing Matthias's raw pace out there. Big Dewan has had not the best session so far, and that's obviously something even worse for him. Indigo at the moment in 5th place. Let's see how he does. I think everyone's now got back in the session. A lot of problems with this lobby at the moment. You got disconnected. And Venom's disconnected. Talking about disconnection, got disconnected for their session. So I thought I'd watch this. Okay. Rather interesting. Everyone keeps leaving the session. I think we may need to restart the lobby. I don't know if I can communicate with Tim, perhaps. This is a little bit worrying, because everyone seems to be joining and leaving. There's a huge problem with the server right now. there's probably multiple reasons, obviously, because we're getting a lot of storms around this time in the UK as well. And obviously with Tim doing it in Central Europe, it's probably a bit buggy with the servers. But I'm hoping that people can race tonight. It's just very inconvenient, this is. Indigo's on a lap, he's come around the final few corners. And a lot of people have told me about this. Let's see what happens though. Indigo come around the final corner. Let's see if he can set even faster laps. 1 minute 47.3, goes third place. Lee is going to be temporarily out for a little while. Fran, I think, is a little bit down, and he's almost losing the car there. And yep, he was down on his time. Tim is going to be the next probably to finish. I'm hoping people are able to set laps like Valentino. I don't know if some people are here. If people in the chat are watching and they've been disconnected from the session, can you please let me know as soon as possible? Because what we might do is, hopefully, if it all works out well, as Tim goes 6th, we might have to, from qualifying onwards, have to restart the session. I don't know what's happened there. However, what's going on here right now? So 23 comments. Dane can't take control. He said, "Oh my word, this is rather annoying." Dane is on a lap, but he can't take control of his car, and I can definitely agree with that. Look at that, it's definitely AI, in my opinion. I can't see that being Dane. I don't know. Let's see into his corner. Oh, he's locking up a lot, so I don't know. I mean, that's annoying. Very annoying, in my opinion. Gavin round to the final corner then. Final 2 corners. Let's see how he works. Let's see what he can do then in that banana car. Can he beat his teammate out, or will Tim be beating him out? Oh, Lee is back, and Gavin does not beat him out. I think I think he can, Cohen, because I'm sure the AI don't lock up, so I think that might be Dane back. So it's rather lucky that Dane's got back there. I think everyone has got back. Maybe Geordie hasn't, though. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to check the chat. Has Geordie got back, or... I'm not sure what Geordie, where Geordie is, if he's in or not. However, we're going to stick with Valentino here. Apologies about this. There's a lot of problems with... Oh my word, he's been absolutely class, hasn't he, Lee? Absolutely class so far in the session. As Dane comes through the final few corners, we can't really see what his lap time's going to be. Venom's left the session again. This is not looking good. Yeah, Dane's lap time not great. It's probably the only lap time he's able to set. It looks likely Plix is about to come around the final corner. This is not good for the lobby. Plix has just about saved it. Venom's joined again. This is... Oh, Plix goes 6th. Rather different.
Yeah, I think just let this... I think let them all qualify. And then we'll make another.
Yeah, I think I may have to host this, because I've got everyone's contacts in. And I'll be aware of the names. I will obviously need some help from people. But we will sort out the grids. Doesn't go faster. Rather inconvenient for him, but however, it doesn't really matter too much. But Matthias is on his outlap. There's a couple of people on the lap, such as Casper right now. Yellow flags are set to 3. That would be Tim, I think, getting out of the way. Make sure he doesn't construct a lap. Let's look at Casper though. What's this? You said Dane. Where is Dane on the track? He's coming towards the end, isn't he? Casper's 4 tenths up. Casper's 4 tenths ahead. Oh, he's got that glitch. It happened earlier in another stream, so I can't really go on board with him because I hate that noise. I'm telling you, when that happens. There's yellow fast is set to 3 again.
Goes second.
Who was that going really slowly? Is that Tim or Gavin? Rather going slowly there. I rather one that goes too slowly. Someone comes into the pits. And let's see what Dane can do. Dane's going to come into...
He goes P4. What will Dane be able to set? Oh, Dane's pitted.
Dave's pitted. Casper's at the back of the grid right now, but he's set a lap time quite quicker through sector 2. So let's see what his split is going to be through sector 3. It's going to be quite different to in the dry.
Only P9.
P9. Tony was down. Oh, he's gone up.
Yeah.
So Venom starts from the back, which is inconvenient for him. And not really his fault either. Matthias down in 5th place, but at the moment it looks like Angelo is getting to the top at the moment. But there's...
Jesus, found.
I don't know what to call him. I call them different names now.
He's spun.
Oh, it's Hulkenberg spun now. Oh, he spun across the line. This is not good for Matthias here. Matthias coming through the final corner. See what he can do.
Will it be?
Nah, P4.
P4 ahead of him.
Well, Plick's retired for the session. That was everyone over. So, Tim finishes 5th. Cohen's asked, "How am I doing?" I'm doing all right, you know. Cohen at the moment, I'm doing relatively pretty well. At the moment, pretty swell. I mean, you know, the lobby doesn't suggest it, but
I will just take a screenshot of the grid just in case.
Yeah, just in case anything happens, I'm gonna do the same as well, Leroy. However, just in case anything happens.
Yeah, apologies for my inconvenient absence during the session.
We got a new subscriber, by the way, Lee, the Rising Sun 37. So thank you for subscribing to the channel, obviously, and I hope you do obviously enjoy it here. Like I said, the grid at the moment, not the biggest grid we got this week, but we've got a lot of people saying they've got vacation this weekend, so we'll have to just let it off this weekend, obviously.
Oh, it's raining again.
It's raining again. It's a pretty damp weekend in China, then, isn't it, Leroy? So wow. That's fairly interesting.
Obviously, this will be obviously China cancelling life due to coronavirus. So,
well, we're not going to mention that.
it's the first and last time we mentioned.
Okay, yes, please don't mention that. Obviously, just because there are probably a few people that may feel a little offended, if I'm honest. So just don't. I'd rather you not mention it, please, for them certain reasons. There's a few people readying up. No one has said a new lobby host.
But there's probably a lot of people thinking that.
I don't know what's going on in the F3 chat. The F3 chat looks pretty fine to me at the moment. As we wait furthermore for the lights. There's a car off there. Who is that who's gone? Is that Geordie? That is Geordie.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. I don't think he's going to make it for the race, which is very frustrating indeed. Obviously, however, F3 right now has got a little bit of issues connectivity-wise. The stream is a little bit pixelated, however. Golden Crimson's got pole position currently there at the moment. I think it's raining there as well, Lee. So there's a lot of raining going on in China.
Yeah, what about F1 though?
F1's got Guil on pole with Raikkonen in the second and Montana third. So the McLarens again showing a great result. But back to F2 then. Obviously, it looks like it's been a masterclass of a start for the Ferraris. Then the two Ferraris in the rain look very much set out for a good race today. Indigo at first, so once again Jamie showing that he's got great qualifying, but however, what's happened here? He's all the way back in at the back, really.
Don't tell me he spun again.
I think he has, and I think Venom is struggling to see why he is.
He has a habit of spinning on the
Anyway, Matthias in fourth there, but look at the two Ferraris. Quite far ahead. I wonder if they are communicating with each other. Oh, there's a Toro Rosso off there. Big chewing. People are chewing off there. Not what he wants to see. But yeah, this is probably the worst lobby we've had so far. So next week we probably will announce a new lobby host. We can't obviously blame Tim too much for this, since it's probably not directly his fault. But obviously, in some sense, we can't keep having people leaving and joining back. and well, every car's now gonna spawn in each other. So I wonder if this is gonna be a fully raining race. Lee, is the rain going to get heavier, or do you actually think that we are going to get some dry weather in this race?
Well, I hope we get some dry weather near the end to mix it up a little bit. Well, let's just hope none of them will end up sliding around like greasy penguins. Well, no, let's hope none will end up sliding around like greasy penguins.
Well, let's obviously see. We're just about to get underway then, Leroy. We're just waiting for the lights, and here they are going to come now. We've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights are on. It's a long hold, and we get underway. It's a little bit of a stagnated start. Who's got the better start from the front 2 runners? It looks like Hulkenberg retains his lead. Look at Indigo and Matt, though, going side by side into the first corner. It's going to be very difficult, and look at that. Is that Fran going wide? Fran's gone well wide. Tim's slowing down, did you say?
Yeah, Tim's gone down to P7.
Tim's down to P7, fighting for P6. I have not put
Indigo
everything on.
Matthias.
Yeah, I'm watching right now. Let's see what's going to happen here. Matthias has the inside line. Indigo the outside line. Got to be very careful going side by side through this corner. It's going to be very difficult. Look at Indigo on the outside. Side by side still with Matthias.
Tim's going wide. He's going to get overtaken. By the racing point, he is. He's
Championship leader.
It's going from bad to worse for Tim. He's starting at P5. He's down to P9 already.
Yeah, he's not had the best start to the race, the championship leader, but look at Matthias and Indigo still side by side. And look at this, how this is helping Hulkenberg. Very wide ahead, and I think Matthias has got past finally. What's Indigo going to do? Because he's got this straight, he will have slipstream. Hopefully he has the momentum. Make a nice move on Matthias perhaps, or is Matthias going to get away through here? Who's going to have the better exit then? Oh, it's going to be a close one.
Both pretty even.
I think every car's got round there. Yes, they have. So that's good to see. Every car gets round there. Gavin down to 12. Look at Indigo. Indigo making a move. And it's going to be for P2 here. They're still side by side, these two.
Venom going to go down the inside. Oh, Tony, they made contact.
Oh, they've made contact. Oh, look at this. Tony's off the track. Venom needs to give them space. Oh, look at Valentino! Look at Valentino! Oh! Is there wing damage for someone there in the background? I'm not 100% sure, but Valentino made a rather aggressive move. Let's look at him here into turn 1. He's going to go for... Is he? Oh, there's no space really given. I think Valentino holds it just for now. Look how close it is. Oh, Venom! Venom almost losing the car as well.
Indigo and Matthias still.
Once again! And Indigo is getting up to second place again. So Jamie really started to show that he is in this title fight despite you know, having a great start to the season, however, not having the best races.
Inside of Venom.
Oh, has he got him? Yes, he has. Pretty nice move there from Tony. And look at Valentino just behind as well, just measuring up, waiting for something to happen. And obviously in these conditions, braking is going to be very difficult. And Plix's car is a bit shaky there in front of Casper, who I'm watching right now on board with him. 5 tenths behind Plix. It's a very close grid. Indigo is now a lot behind Hulkenberg. Look at Matthias though. Oh, Indigo's gone wide. Indigo's gone wide. It's not going to help.
Yeah, it's Matthias.
Look at these two gonna go side by side through here. It's going to be difficult though in these conditions. Don't want to slip too much.
Oh, Indigo.
Oh, yes. It was so close there, Fran.
Kill him. Oh, behind Tim.
Oh, Tim, what's happened to him? Has he lost the car? I think he's lost the car. Look at Matthias looking to try and get past Indigo. Indigo just literally not giving him room. Fran almost hitting.
And the championship leader. Let's go on. I mean, it's fun. And then we go all the way down.
Yeah, but look at this battle. There's not one out of this one, and Indigo is probably going to get a little bit away. But remember, despite being on lap 3, there is no DRS at all because of the wet conditions. I don't know if it's going to dry up. If it does dry up, then this could be rather interesting. But I don't think it will.
It was blowing away. 2 seconds after the 3 laps.
Looks like
He's gone.
Hulkenberg has got this one in the bag. However, we have not seen him under dry conditions. Maybe he's a little bit more pressurised under dry conditions compared to the two guys behind him. Let's see what happens then. Indigo going wide again. Matthias picking the right line. Indigo going wide. Matthias gets a little bit of wheel spin. Side by side through here.
Sabotage through the S section.
Oh, Fran, look at Fran watching just now. Just watching these two. Oh my word. These two are doing an incredible. They may have 13 drivers, but they do know how to put on a show, don't they, Lee? Honestly, look at... Oh, Indigo! Indigo almost losing the car there. Keeping it just about together. And look at Dewan just behind, trying to close in. Indigo down to 4th, not what he wants to see. Did he get wing damage there? I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he has.
He didn't have anything else.
No, I was going to say, he wouldn't have expected him to. However, Matthias is set free. I want to see if he can catch up to Hulkenberg now. Look at Fran, though, is also getting closed in by Indigo. Indigo surely would make the move here. There's no real point to. Don't go for it. And he's just going to wait a little bit longer. So as others. Let's see what happens. Is there any moves going to be making? Yes, there is. Valentino on the inside of Tony. It's going to be very close between the two of them. And Tony is quite close to him as well. Oh, they touched again. Oh, Valentino just about gets there, though. He's struggling a little bit.
Valentino, he's being very aggressive and he's calm now.
He goes up to 8th place. Tony's going to be around the outside. Let's see what Tony can do. Tony's going to back off a little bit, although he did get the better of Valentino in the end there. Look at this into this corner around the inside. Oh, these two will not stop clashing with each other. Oh my god, whoa. Dane having a massive lag spike there. Probably gave Tony a little bit of a heart attack there. If he's obviously seeing what we are seeing, probably give him a tiny bit of a heart attack. Well, let's see what happens then. Furthermore, up the grid, Matthias has now got away from Fran and Indigo, which is disappointing to see. We had that amazing battle earlier. Hopefully we'll receive it again. Plix is struggling through this S section, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if Casper just makes up on the move and gets up to P6 here. I'm still waiting for it to go dry. If you look at the clouds, though, it's suggesting that soon it will possibly go dry. And maybe we'll start seeing different things and different reactions from teams. And who will make the right call? Whether it will dry up in this race, I don't know. But it looks like a pretty entertaining race to me at the moment.
Yeah, it does. I wonder. Well, it's Cassie G. If he wants to send it, then he'll go for it.
He won't send it. He can't send it from here. Surely not. If he sends it from here, he's pretty much going to ruin his race and Plix's race, which is not what he wants to do. And fair play to him. He's got a better exit though, so watch out onto the next straight. He could be looking to pull on a surprise. And look at that. Fastest laps are now coming in. So it's suggesting the track is going to dry up a little bit, Lee, here.
It looks like the rain has slowed down a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, but it's not stopped just yet. Whether it will dry up fully, and Plix is... Oh, and yeah, Plix is a bit edgy on these intermediates. Same with Casper, though, at the moment. Dane just behind, and Dane's just going everywhere at the moment. He's just going left, right, and centre. Let's see what happens though. Furthermore, up the field, let's see what's going on. This battle for P3, as it looks like Indigo lost a little bit out, but there you go. Purple sectors are being set. Just wondering if the track is drying up a little bit now. Maybe not enough for dries, obviously, just yet. Well, nowhere near probably. But although it looks like the track is drying up enough to maybe start setting the fastest laps of the race on these inters. I'm just watching Plix and Casper. Dane's caught up as well.
Extra's around the wall, and Dane see the pick up the spot too.
Oh, well, on the straight, we should see Casper perhaps making the move here on Plix. If he could just get a Bear X out of this corner, he should definitely have to run on him. Let's see what happens. Plix is going well wide. Plix is going well wide. Oh, there's a little bit of a lag spike there, and I think Casper's going to get by. But what about Dane? Dane has already put in some rather interesting moves so far. rather aggressive, but they go side by side. There's no way he can go for this. Side by side, though, into the corner there. Casper and Plix here take a battle. Who's going to get ahead? I think it is Casper. And oh, wait.
Oh, Plix gets a bit of traction.
I think Plix does get the better traction, Leah.
Side by side.
Oh, it's awkward. It's taking a little bit more track extending there from Casper. He couldn't go anywhere else. Still side by side, but I think Plix just has the advantage.
Dane's here, no, Dane's here.
Into this corner, Dane, look at him.
He's gonna get Casper, is he? No.
Nah, not for now. Plix's back end is rather a little bit shaky still from the cobwebs, and obviously with all this pressure as well doesn't help him. But he's got a little bit of a shot from Tony there. I think Dane has. So Tony is now looking for a move on Dane. Got a way better exit. Oh, around the outside. He's not going to go for it. But Dane is everywhere. Dane is.
Tony shoved him over.
Oh, yeah, but Dane is lagging everywhere right now. I'm not sure where Tony is supposed to go there, but Dane has completely lost the position a lot. Plix has made a similar mistake to the S's, and Casper's catching up again.
Fran as well is less than a second behind Matthias.
Fran?
Matt is not catching Hulkammer, which just proves Hulkammer, it's just raw pace, but I mean...
Oh, Fran, he's almost losing the car. Needs to be careful there around that final corner. Indigo's caught up a little bit. Frane's lost quite a bit of time. Big boy Joe, and then 2 seconds behind them from that. Tony has gone wide, and Valentino probably a little bit desperate to make moves, but look at this. Venom probably desperate to make a move on Tony. So be very interested in this corner. Is he going to go for it? He is going to go for it.
He's going to send it.
Oh, it's close. It's close. Very, very close. Very competitive, these two. Wheel banging pretty much. Venom makes the move, though, on Tony just about. And the 2 racing points, even though Venom should be in a McLaren, are going 7th and 8th right now. However, look at Tony. Tony is going to go for the outside as Venom defends the inside line. See what happens then. I think Venom keeps it just for now. Oh, but look at Tony. Look at Tony. Oh, I think Venom has wind damage. I don't know where he's got it from. I don't think it was from Tony, but he's got some sort of wind damage from somewhere. And Tony just squeezes by. Yeah, he does. If you look on the...
He has bought invites from me.
I don't know where he's got the wind damage from, but Valentino then just behind in 10th place. He's not really making moves, but there's a lot of moves here. And look at Tony looking to make a move on Casper. Casper just about keeping ahead. Plix is getting away all the more, though. So his teammate is probably doing the job that he needs him to do to make sure that Casper does not put pressure on Plix. And Plix is doing it again. If you notice, in every single lap around that final S section, it's like he's drifting around the corner. It's like he just can't keep his car around that final S section. It's making sure that Casper can catch up. But everywhere else on the circuit, Plix is better.
Yeah, Plix, that S section, I said this quite earlier, he is so in the room like a greasy people.
Let's see, Plix going quite wide compared to Casper. Casper probably lining up for a move here on Plix. Has he got the better exit? Doesn't look like it. Tony's lost out a bit as well, so it doesn't seem like that's a problem. Plix does know that Casper's coming though, so he does know that he's got to defend the inside line. A little bit of a lag spike there. Not helpful for us, but Casper won't make the move just for now.
Oh, that's Dane should move down the inside of
Venom.
Man.
All of these guys have really put on a show into this corner, putting on some great overtaking moves. Unfortunately, obviously, it's not for the race win. The race has gone away from everyone at the moment. Tony again, is he coming? Look at this, it's going to be close. There's a lot of lag spiking going on here, Lee, and I don't know if this is something to do with the lobby host here. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot. It's a very laggy session, isn't it? Most definitely. Everyone's everywhere. Look at Casper, Tony. I'm just what's going on? Casper's just going everywhere at the moment. I don't know if and now he's behind. Wait, what? Who's in 7th? Who's in 7th right now? I think Tony's made the move done, but Plix is in 6th place now. However, I don't know who got the move there. Tony's got by. Casper's rather around a lot. Look at Plix there, they're doing it again. Getting rather wide on that corner. Oh my god, the 2 Mercedes almost made contact there. so close to hitting the back of Plix, which obviously would have probably left quite a big teammate fight, and obviously these two good mates as well. Probably wouldn't have been a good sort of probably would have been a good party to be in if you're hearing something like probably what they would have been saying if that happened. Anyway, so look at Tony. Tony's probably going to make the move on Plix. He has to use the slipstream though, he has to rely on it. So let's see what will happen here. Lap 8 of 28. Plix defends the inside line, so we all know it's all out. However, I think he is letting Tony through like you said. And look at this. Oh, what's happened here? What's happened there? I don't understand. Oh, Venom there. Probably getting a lot of luck ups there, and Dane back down to 10th place to where he was before, and everyone's just everywhere getting a bit aggressive at the moment. But Tony does take 6th place, and he has got quite away from Plix already. However, Plix is still sticking with him, but look at Casper then just behind, sticking with him as well. I don't know who's going to how the top's going. No one seems to be challenging Hulkenberg at the moment. Matthias is closing in ever so slightly, but there's a lot of gaps then from the top down to 6th place where the gap is a little shorter, and it's more just like a massive train at the moment of cars. I don't know if anyone's actually going to catch up to the guys in front. Plix has lost out a lot.
Oh, Matthias has made a mistake.
Matthias made a mistake? Where's this? Oh, he's down to 3rd place. Lose position to Hulkenberg's teammate Fran. That's a good spot there, Lee. And look at him, his tyres are feeling a little bit iffy there, just a little bit there. However, Fran's going a little bit wide.
It just stopped raining.
It has stopped raining as well, Lee. Oh my word, you're calling out all the spots at the moment. Matthias in third place, but the rain has stopped. And now it's up to all the drivers to figure out what lap to come in. What lap do you think is ready?
I don't know,
Dane's gone off. He's not had the greatest race of dreams. And look at Casper. Casper's going to try and make the move on Plix. Is he? It's going to be close. He's going into the corner. Side by side. It's pretty clean there though by Casper. Casper moves up to 7th place then. Pretty decent race from him so far. Now he's going to try and target the other Mercedes of Tony, who he was almost able to get. However, Plix is now going to come back out, back at Casper. So let's see what's going to happen into this first corner then. Looks like Casper just about keeps 7th. Oh, Plix! Oh, he's not going to go for it, is he? Casper's, once again, he's got a bit of a lag spike. Not helpful.
And Hulkenberg are communicating.
I wonder if they are. I mean, I'm pretty sure Fran's job really is to keep Matthias just behind him. Keeping him behind him just increases Hulkenberg's chances of winning. And Fran's doing a pretty decent job right now with Matthias just behind. Let's see what Fran can do though.
And Plix.
Oh, side by side through this corner. This is not one of the corners you go side by side through. Look at how close this is. Oh, it's dangerous. Let's see into this corner though. It's still going side by side. Who's going to come out on eventual top? It's going to be close here. There's a Mercedes, and look at who's just behind. Venom. Venom's going to make the move as well, so Plix is going to lose out a lot. They're going to go side by side. Casper going a little bit deep there. Not helpful for his teammate. All of these pretty much wheel lock there. Oh, I think Plix got a little bit of wheel spin there, and obviously caused him to hit the back of Venom. And look at Valentino. Dane's going to have to get a little bit more slipstream at the moment.
James back here to pick up any scraps.
He is going to look at Dane. Dane always makes moves like this, and is he going to go for it here? I think he is. Yeah. It's going to be side by side. It's going to be very, very close.
Oh, he's
look how close it is. Oh, he's on the inside. Dane's gone wide, so is Plix. And look at Tim here. Tim is just going to wait for something to happen. Matthias and Fran going side by side, and like you said, Lee, I think Matthias has got the move done here. Look at Indigo just behind as well, so Indigo's been able to catch right up with the leaders here.
Plix.
Oh, Plix has spun. Oh no, what's happened there, Lee? Did you see what happened and who else was involved, or?
No, I think it might have been Dane.
I don't know
someone
what
who was
Plix is
battling.
going. I don't know what
He was
Plix is going to
battling
do
what?
now.
It was like it was either one of the racing points day in or you know.
I wonder if Plix is now going to take action after this lap and come into the pits and maybe try something a little bit risky. However, we're not going to mention it too much because it'll be very early to try something quite risky like that. Oh, look at the two racing points going side by side. Oh, a little bit of a squeeze there from Casper.
Shoving him wide.
And let's see, Casper takes 7th place. Venom very close though. Venom is coming back. Look at these two going side by side through this corner. A little bit of a lock up there. Casper also getting a bit of a lag spike as well. And this is not helpful for Venom at all because he's got another racing point in front, inside of him, which doesn't help. However, Valentino's just behind him. Valentino's made another mistake out of that corner. And this is going to be a good run for Tim. If Tim can catch up close enough, I don't think he can. Let's see what happens here then.
Remember, all it takes is
Oh, look at this! Look at this then! Look at this! Venom's going to make the move on Cass again. Casper just pushed wide. It's very difficult to make that corner work, and Venom has made that corner work. Casper down to 8th place again, and oh my word, there's a little bit of a lag spike again. Oh my, there's a lot of lag spike in this session at the moment. A couple of names to mention of that. Valentino is very close as well. Same with Tim. However, back to the front. Look at these these three going at it for 2nd place right now. Fran, Indigo, and of course Matthias. Well, one of them obviously could take the lead of the championship, and I believe right now that is the case. Who has got the fastest lap at the moment? I think it is Hulkenberg. So Hulkenberg's taken a glorious 26 points to add to his race.
At the moment.
Yeah, we have to stick at the moment there, don't we, Lee? Because we don't know when or who's going to make the first pit stop and what lap is probably the best time to come in. We don't know, but it has dried up. It is meant to be drying up. Like, the rain stopped, Lee, but if you look at the track and there's still the amount of spray, it doesn't look like the track is like drying up quickly, is it? It's taking a very long period to dry up completely, and this is probably going to leave a lot of drivers sort of like a guess the lap sort of thing. Guess what lap to come in. I don't know who, when it'll be.
The tires are going to start to be worn soon enough, so yeah, you might see a few spins before they pit. Oh, Valentino's gone off again.
I think he's doing that on purpose. It seems like he's doing that on purpose there.
In losing time, I don't know why he would do it on purpose.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's doing that on purpose because he's doing that rather a lot. Look at Tim. Tim going wide there. Probably not the best move there from Tim to do that. Probably should have waited a little bit longer. However, not too bad then for the Renault boys at the moment. Still 10th and 12th. However, who is going to be the first one to make that first dry pit stop? We're still waiting on it. On what lap would it be? At the moment, I think looking at it right now, could be the end of this lap or it could be lap 14. However, I'm not an expert at this sort of stuff, so we'll just have to wait and see. It looks like the spray is starting to get a little bit less. There is yellow flags to set to 1 or set to 2. What's that for? There's no real reason for a yellow flag, I don't think. I'm not sure what that was for. I don't know why there was yellow flags to set to 1 or set to 2. If there was a safety car there, I have no idea what that would have been for, but luckily there is no safety car. So that's good for us because we get to continue watching the wheel banging racing, which has calmed down a little bit for now, but it definitely will heat up, especially when the dryers come. And look at Tim closing in on Valentino, probably trying to make that move stick on this next straight. And obviously Hulkenberg.
When it comes to the dry period, I wonder, has Matthias set his car up for that dry period and has Hulkenberg set it up for the wet period?
That's what I'm wondering, Lee, you know. I mean,
Matthias is catching. He's starting to catch.
He is starting to catch, and maybe it's something to do with the tyre wear as well, though, you got to think. And what's going on here? Hulkenberg's really revving out the engine a lot, and that's probably not what he wants to do. He's revving out quite a bit at the moment. Fran's going to come into the pits, Lee. Look at this, Fran into the pits. So we have our first guy who's going to go on, I believe, I'm guessing the dry tyres. So, Lee, I guess I correctly guessed it. Are they in as well? Oh no, they're not in. Big Boy Juan's in. By the way, and Casper. Oh, they're gonna stack up. They're gonna stack up the 2 racing points. That is not a very good move from both the racing
Oh,
boys.
Venom's trying to go ahead! Venom was trying to get ahead of his teammate.
Oh, he was trying so hard, and obviously, and they're not teammates. So, because obviously Venom is meant to be in the McLaren, but he's done himself dirty there, and now he's got to wait for Casper to get out of the pits. And look at Fran; he's the first man on the mediums. Let's see what his lap can do.
Oh, Indigo's off!
Indigo's off. Wait, what? Indigo's off? Oh, poor Indigo.
He's bottled it again.
Oh, Fran! Fran almost lost the car. Went aboard of him.
It's not time. It's not time for all starters. I think you're already down.
A little bit early. I think you're correctly. It was way too early. Fran is sliding all over the place. He's always losing the car.
He's drifting more than someone in bloody Tokyo Drift.
Oh, there's yellow flags set to 1. There's no yellow flag. This session is full of bugs and glitches right now, Lee. I've never seen a session like it. Literally yellow flags, disconnections.
I've seen this session worse. And
I'm sure you have. I mean, this is bad enough at the moment. We're getting yellow flags in places where there's not yellow flags, and we're getting a lot of lag. I mean, it's kind of calmed down a little bit, especially from Valentino's point of view. Wow, Matthias stays out.
He might have screwed his own race here, Hulkenberg.
Oh, I don't know, because obviously a lap can make a whole difference here. Matthias stays out though for an extra lap. Indigo comes into pits. What's Tony going to do? Tony going to react? No, Tony is staying out. Dane, how's he going to react then? Is he going to come into the pits here, or is it going to stay out? He is going to stay out as well.
Tim's taking a gamble. I'm pitting.
Tim is taking a gamble and pitting.
Hulkenberg's gone into a new set of intermediates.
Whoa! That's rather interesting. I don't understand why he would do this.
Indigo's going on mediums. The thing is, it's too early for drawings.
I don't understand what Hulkenberg's doing here, though. Why would he go on a new set of inters knowing that the track is going to dry up progressively in the next 2 or 3 laps, and some are already favouring mediums over the intermediates?
I'm going to watch Indigo.
Bit baffled. Let's see what Jamie can do.
He's not catching Dane. He's losing time. It's still not time.
Oh, I don't know.
We're nearing.
Yeah, he's still slow.
He's going around the outside of the team. He's on the wrong corner.
Yeah, you're right, Lee. It's still the wrong time for those tyres. Unfortunately, they still cut it wrong. It's around that time for the tyres, but it's still too early. And I don't understand what Hulkenberg's done here. He's gone on the intermediates again, though.
He couldn't have gone on the mediums because it's not time. He knows it's not time. He probably has feedback from Fran, who's saying it's not time.
I mean, the problem is it's not time, but he's going to have to make a second pit stop. This has compromised his racing win. However, he is going to go for P2 on Tony, though. Just shows how good of he is, though. But look at the lockup there. You can see that the tyres are a little bit more drier now. Still quite a lot, though, of wetness going on. And he's staying out for another lap, then, Hulkenberg.
Jeez, Indigo's losing all my body. Why is Indigo weaving?
Don't know. I think he's trying to get... He's trying to get heat into those tyres, I think.
Probably just trying to heat. I was going to say probably just trying to heat the tyres.
Yeah, I think
still spraying. It's still not time. The spray is getting constantly through those first turn 1, 2, and 3. It's still.
Indigo has lost. He's lost still quite a lot of time to Matthias, but I think this is now like a lap where perhaps things are about to change, because if you look at the spray, there's only certain little bits of the track where he's getting that. However, if you look on board, he's still a little bit uncomfortable going through the corners. Plix is in the pits now. Is that him going on mediums? Not 100% sure why he would go back on the inters. He has gone back on the inters. So Plix and Hulkenberg have done the same thing. However, they're only going to be around for another 2 or 3 laps. And Jamie! Indigo keeping the car just about. Fran, how is he doing on his tyres? His tyres are a little bit more fresh, but yeah, still the same. He's still a little shaky on those tyres. This track is taking an absolute nuisance length of time to sort itself out there. I'll definitely tell you that. Matthias's win is actually handed to him at the moment. He's miles ahead, and here he comes into the pits.
Is it on the new set of injuries, or is it on the drive?
Well, that's going to be a question. That's going to be a question, Lee. We said about the dry tyres. It's not the time for that. Let's see what Matthias goes on. He is going on to dry. So Hulkenberg's taking the risk to go a little bit further. Sets the fastest lap of the race. There is Tony just behind as well. So they're two going to jump him. However, the problem is Matt is still going to be absolutely dominant here out of the pit lane. Look at he's just come out of the pit lane, and let's see what he is. Fran's left the session. I think Fran has lapped out. Then it looks like. Let's see Matthias on these medium tyres. Was it a good move or wasn't it a good move? Let's see what happens then. He's a little bit shaky.
It wasn't a good move. No.
Is that Valentino?
France, the iCar's pitting. It's going to set up on the intermediates.
Oh no!
Oh.
Fran's going to get back to the session, and he's going to see that, and he's going to probably smash his controller to bits, because it looks like he's...
No, it's pitting him onto a new set of drives. Why?
Nah, I don't know the relevance of that. I mean, I'm not going to be wrong. That's probably destroyed his point scoring finish today. However, Matthias at the moment, is he losing or gaining? He's losing time. Fran has joined back. However, he's going to see now that he's in 11th. He's not going to be happy with that. However,
I wouldn't be surprised if he breaks this in 4.
I think it's time for Dreisley. I think Matthias is...
I don't know.
Matthias is still a little bit shaky. However, it looks like he is starting to sort himself out. And we will see with Hulkenberg here. Is he coming into pits? Nope, he's staying out. Is Hulkenberg going to try and go to the end then on these inters? Surely not. Tony's not going in either. I think these two... I think Hulkenberg's going to try and stretch these inters. Oh, Matthias almost loses it.
Yeah.
The inters are much faster than them. And look at this, Casper make the inside move. Oh, a little close there, and I think Indigo's lost the position. Casper though, up to 4th place. When will he pit, or will he pit? Doesn't look like it. I'm just wondering now if
it might again. I'll check. Is it time? Are we? No, I don't think he's still losing time, Matthias.
Oh my word, this is very interesting, isn't it, Lee? We don't know which one is better at the moment. Is it the inters? Is it the mediums? I don't even know.
It's the inters still.
It's still the inters. However, the problem is that there's only a 14-second gap. So if the dries do come much better than the intermediates, then honestly, it's gonna be a struggle. Both are struggling.
At this point, it's if.
Oh yeah, obviously in some sense it's when as well, but obviously it's unpredictability at the moment. But obviously this is good for Casper though as well. Let's not. Actually, no, it's not.
They should be faster. He's getting 210s. Is it? The thing is, when he gains like 210s, you never know what. DRS enabled.
Oh, DRS is enabled, so that just starts to show a few things a little bit more full of colour. Then Lee, that is probably time for dries. Look at Matthias. Matthias is now 5.8 away from Tony, so just shows that he's ready. But however, Matthias, he's gone wide though. Matthias will take a dominant lead. He's a little bit shaky around this corner though. Let's see around this corner though.
This is Hulkenberg's test. He showed it he showed it good he was in the wet on the short good you around the doors and so.
Right, so let's see what will happen then. Is Tony going to come out in 3rd? Is he going to get that podium? It's going to be a close one.
I think he will.
I think he will. So Tony's called it quite perfectly then. Up to 3rd place. Casper will have to come into the pits, and there we go. Indigo does not go past Tony, though, so it looks like it could be another drought for Indigo not winning another race. Matthias, though, 8 seconds ahead of his closest competitor. However, Hulkenberg on the fresher tyres. Let's see how Hulkenberg takes this corner, because Matthias took it quite desperately. Hulkenberg takes it also quite severely, although I think he was better. He keeps doing that with his revs though. They keep going up like massively at the moment. Plixus on the mediums, is he? I don't know what he was on there. Showed the sauce in the mediums. Let's just give a checkup on how the other tiers are doing, and there's a one problem in F3.
We haven't been able to get a break. Brown is back in the points.
Right, okay, so F3's got an issue. F1, however, F1 looks pretty good at the moment. Guil leading the way narrowly from Montana, so at the moment it's a rather interesting race there. But I don't understand what's happened to the F3 stream. I think there's something wrong with Robert's internet there. Obviously he will probably try and sort that out, and obviously there's a storm going through Britain right now, so you're probably going to get that. However, it should be sorted next week. I don't know, I'll ask him, see what he says. Matthias setting the fastest laps there, but look at Hulkenberg, he's caught up Matthias by quite a lot. However, is he going to catch him enough?
Quite a lot, no over-exaggeration. He's getting a few tenths now. He's getting a few tenths on that lap. And the tire probably warmed up now, so he'll probably gain more.
Let's see how Hulkenberg can do then. 8 laps to go then, Lee. It looks like Matthias's race win is literally for it right now. However, Hulkenberg is really showing ambition to catch up. However, he's not really showing purely at the moment. And Matthias, I think, through there is probably a lot better. But oh yeah, Tim's going pretty fast at the moment. He's actually catching up to big boy Yuan there. Getting a little bit close, and hopefully this is good. I think Plix as well, close to Gavin, who's had once again a pretty dismal race, I had to say the least, which is obviously disappointing for Gavin. Tim though loses quite a bit of time to big boy Ewan there. Fran sets the fastest lap now, so now these dry tyres are starting to begin their work. Tim going wide though.
Capturing, I can confirm. Hulkenberg, if he keeps on going like this, he will catch for times right, and the reason we could have a last lap showdown there, so.
We could have, definitely, Lee. I'm not gonna take out of the question at all. Let's see what Tim's gonna do though. Tim at the moment is 7th place. Looking to try and get on 6th place, but look at Hulkenberg, he's not closing in enough. Let's see if he can get under 7 seconds. He keeps doing that with his gears, which is rather interesting. It's a different sort of tactic. He's now within 7 seconds, but Matthias is setting fastest lap after fastest lap. Let's see what happens though. And there we go. Look at that, Hulkenberg fastest lap, 1 minute 43.6. Look at that, the fastest laps then. That's rather close between the two of them there. However, no, it's not rather close actually. Hulkenberg's a second quicker than Matthias. Whether this is just the fact that this is Hulkenberg's sort of track, I do not know. But Hulkenberg is rather quicker than Matthias at the moment. I think the problem with
P6 between him and Big John.
Yeah, that's going to spice up then through this straight. Let's see what Tim can do then. Tim probably wants P6 at the moment, knowing that Matthias is leading the way and probably leading the way in the championship as well. Let's see what Tim can do. He hasn't done too much there. Still down the 7th, but Juwan's gone wide. He has gone wide indeed. Let's see what happens here through this corner. And Juwan's going to keep him just about. Around the outside though goes Tim. Let's see if he can make the move. No, he doesn't. Big boy Johan just still staying there in 6th place. Tim in 7th, Casper in 8th. And let's see. Oh, is Tim going to go for the switch back here on the outside? Down to the inside again. He'll be back on the outside though in the next corner. However, look at this. We've not had any retirements in this race. There's a massive thing at the back there as well. A lot of people around turn 2 and 3. Yeah, if that happened, I think that would just be good for obviously certain people such as Hulkenberg, probably Tony as well. I mean, if it came out now, especially, then I think it would mean I think it would mean everyone behind Matthias is just gonna go absolutely ballistic right now. Oh no, Hulkenberg's got a 3-second time penalty. Oh, multiple warnings. That could cost him. I'm not going to have a look at penalties though, because I don't think anyone has picked one up. I think that's the first one I've seen in absolutely ages. I think Gavin got one. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Gavin got one, and that was about it. I think either Casper or Venom picked one up through speeding in the pit lane. However, though, I don't think there's been any more. Look at that, locking up though. Hulkenberg through these corners. He's catching up. I don't know why he's doing that.
Here comes Tim on Big Boy June.
Oh yeah, he's round the outside. He's got him. He has got him. What a move there, and Yuan probably looking to try and get back at Tim, but Tim is starting to really show his true colours, and hopefully now Tim can now progress to finish 6th place. Dana was looking to get his first points. Fran says the fastest lap there, so Fran setting the pace, and likely so he wants to get that point for Ferrari to help his teammate out, and obviously he so deserves it after leaving the session. Put it down to 11th. He could have been much higher though, but the game decided to screw him over somewhat. However, Fran is definitely on the hunt to hopefully do the best he can with the best result. Plix and Gavin fighting. Gavin's been out of this race all this race, and it's been quite unfortunate for him. However, Plix though in 12th place, probably going to try and make a move on Gavin just to make it a little bit worse. Big Boy Joanne sticking with Tim, and we'll have DRS in there. Oh my god, DRS in the next. And look how the times are just going up and up and up. And look at that Hulkenberg, almost a second quicker than Matthias again. However, like you said, the penalties are just not going to play in his favour. Let's look at Joanne then with Hulkenberg, not Hulkenberg, Tim. I'm losing my mind for names. And Joanne's gone quite late there. He's kind of got a bit of an overshoot there, but Tim keeps ahead. And oh my word, there's multiple warnings there for both Valentino and someone else. I think that was Tony there. Tony may need to worry a little bit, because look at Indigo just behind. Is like almost within that 3-second margin. Valentino probably not too much. However, Indigo here, if he keeps within 3 seconds of Tony, he's definitely looking for a good result here and a podium again for the SHR driver.
Yeah.
Look at Tony then in 3rd place, 16 seconds behind now. I'm pretty sure Tony is either finishing 3rd or 4th. And look at Indigo now within the 3-second barrier. It's very close between that. And obviously you're looking also back here, the battle for 6th place. Tim looks pretty in control right now, but Joanne is still sticking by him. Let's see what can happen in this battle then. Before Joanne's sticking it very close to Tim. Let's see what Tim can do. And Cohen said in the chat, Matt with the back-to-back dub again. Yeah, like Tim has as well. So Matthias and Tim both getting back-to-back wins this season, and it looks at the moment, yeah, indeed. Obviously, we can't confirm anything just yet. Hulkenberg's going much quicker than Matthias. If we just look at the laps per set, it was about 7/10 now, so it has gone down a little bit. However, if Matthias does make a mistake, it does put in a lot of likeliness that Hulkenberg may win this race. However, Big Boy Dewing closing in with Tim. Tim's sticking though at the moment. Look at Indigo though, almost within 2 seconds now from him and Tony. So Tony has lost a lot of time somewhere, or Indigo has just got much more pace. So here he goes then. Indigo now roughly in the 2-second margin now, and he needs 3 seconds obviously to make up on Tony, and that's what he's doing right now. Valentino 9 seconds behind, but look at Big Boy Dewin, very close to Tim as well, still looking for 6th place. Let's see what can happen then.
3.8 nearly up in the leaders.
Yeah, and obviously DRS, which I think in China, if I'm honest, I think the DRS straight could, with the DRS, I think the DRS could be held open for a little longer. Like if you look at that straight, a lot of the straight is non-DRS, and that's rather interesting in my opinion. However, it does link to kind of surprises. Maybe like you haven't got by the DRS point until the end, so the DRS detection zone is rather interesting at the end there. Let's see then, Dewin closing right in on Tim, and Matthias set the fastest lap again. Let's see, and Hulkenberg has done much better with it again. If you look at that though, this time it's almost a second gap between them. So let's look at this, Tim and Big Boy Yuan then. Yuan will have DRS and hopefully we'll get the move done on Tim this time. Tim's weaving from side to side, he must make sure he's not doing that under braking. Keeps the inside line, Yuan though on the outside. Yellow flash is set to 3. Oh, someone's lost it, is that Indigo? That is Indigo! Oh my! Oh, I feel so bad. Indigo, I was talking about him potentially getting a podium today, and that's all swept away. And there's a virtual safety car now. So this has actually not helped Hulkenberg here, who is literally closing in on Matthias, and Matthias has got a bit of a time saver there, and probably has to be a little bit more fortunate there. So a bit of a crazy race today, but Matthias looks like he's going to win this race.
What are we going to do with Indigo?
Oh, Indigo's fun again. Yep, I've seen that.
What are we going to do with him?
Yeah, he's not in a very good mood at all. It must be very unfortunate for him. Tim's got by, Dewan's got by, and look at that. Indigo, no front wing at all. He can't do much, but what's he doing? He's getting past Tim. However, he's got no front wing. I don't see the point of him doing this. It's not helpful for him, it's not helpful for Tim, and it's definitely not helpful for Dewan as well. Look at him, he's going wide again. Oh, it's just no hope for him, for Indigo, and actually that could be a safety car. There's a very awkward place to lose the car. However, this fight between Tim and Dewan then for 5th place is the battle will go on between these two.
Yeah.
Dewan lost a lot of time there. Tim has got well away from him there. Although there will be DRS. However, Tim maybe doesn't need to defend too much. He probably knows it already. However, Tim is using his ERS. He should probably stop using it, in my opinion. There's no way Dewan's going to make it past. However, Dewan's going to close in, very much so. Into the final 2 corners we go of lap 25. Because obviously the 2 leaders are on lap 26. People with Dewan losing a bit of time again from Tim. So Tim wanted to get another top 5 finish. Valentino in 4th right now, 8 seconds behind. Tony 20 seconds behind.
Could he? I know 5 seconds is 2 laps, but if Tony makes a mistake there, could we see Valentino?
No,
Maybe it's very unlikely.
I think Valentino got a 3-second time penalty as well, though, Lee. I think I saw that. I think him and Tony got one at the same time, ironically, and.
Blix and Gavin battling for the final point.
Oh, are they? Oh, this is going to be interesting then. Oh, a little bit of a nudge there from Plix though, and Gavin, a little bit close. Remember, this is for the final point. This is for 1 point onto your name added on. Still means quite a lot. Let's see what Plix can do. Plix goes a little wide, misses the apex completely. Although, does he get a better exit? I don't know.
Titus goes fastest again.
And Hulkenberg goes even faster.
Only half a second this time.
Yeah, Matthias I think has got this one in the bag, and look how much faster the lap times are for Matthias and Hulkenberg compared to everyone else. It's actually just shocking how quick these two have been today compared to everyone else on the field. I said on the field, didn't I? I meant on the track. So I say they're not exactly on a field, are they? I mean, it's open, but it's not a field, is it?
It's not a field.
However, let's just see this then. Plix 5 tenths back to Gavin. Let's see if he can catch up with Gavin. And Tim really started to show his true colours now, but is it a bit too late? He's got away from Dewan, and that's not the bad thing at all. Plix at the moment looking for that final point, but Gavin looks like he's going to get it at the moment. And Matthias on lap 27 then. As he's going to come through, there he is. We finally saw him. Look at Hulkenberg.
I think Matthias made a mistake.
I'm guessing so, because Hulkenberg's only 1.5 seconds back now. If Matthias makes a mistake somewhere on the final lap, this could be Hulkenberg's to win. I mean, he's getting closer, and you'll see who gets a faster lap here. I think Hulkenberg is about to get a faster lap. So let's just find out in the last 2 corner. Let's see. Last two corners. Be quiet.
We need to work on the drama.
be quiet, Leroy. It's been quite a while. Alright, Matthias heads on to the final lap then. Hulkenberg heads on to the final lap. Big boy Dewan hits a 3-second time penalty.
It's fine, you don't set a faster lap, Jesus.
For the first time in forever, Lee, it's been absolute ages since we haven't seen Hulkenberg or Matthias's name come up at the bottom there. And Matthias has had a pretty dominant, well, not had a dominant race, but in terms of that top two, he's stuck there. Same with Hulkenberg. A little bit spray on the apex, though, still, if you notice that there from Hulkenberg. Needs to be careful not to get too much, otherwise he could get a lot of wheel spin. He's definitely using those tyres up a lot. Keeps on locking up. Yeah, Tim keeps going faster at the moment. He's getting away from Ewan pretty nicely. Hulkenberg's not going to close in enough for Matthias. Maybe he'll take the... he could potentially take the race win. However, I think penalties will play its toll at the end. I believe Matthias hasn't brought up any penalties. If he has, then...
No, he has not. I don't think, anyway.
Well, let's not check. Let's just leave it for surprisingly, because Matthias is on for 2 in a row. But however... it does look well, there is a chance that Matthias did pick up somewhere a 5-second penalty. I doubt he did though, but if he did, then it could be a fairly interesting one and a fairly interesting debate.
He's driven, as you said, driven the Spur race, being in the top 2 all of it. He is stuck in the top 2 and he's going to get his reward. He's going to do what Tim did, except it's Matthias round the final corner. He wins the Chinese Grand Prix. Hulkenberg gets fastest lap and P2, so that's 19 points for him.
And Tony is going
to get a podium. He was like, he liked out during qualifying, he was lagging out a lot during the previous before he started the stream. But
he's had a great race, hasn't he, Tony, really? If you look at the places he's made up 7 places, but you must also look at Valentino, who's made up 8 places as well. For P4, for VRT Valentino, who's been on an absolute excellent performance today. Tim in 5th, though. Is close. Ewan in 6th. Casper looks like he's going to get 7th. Yes, he does. He was close, though, to beating Ewan there in the end. It looks like Venom's going to finish 8th. Fran, could he finish ahead of Venom, perhaps? Well, Venom... Oh, Venom's almost lost a car there around the final corner. Fran comes around the final corner then to see what he can pick up. He doesn't pick up. In fact, he loses time to Venom there. Gavin comes across the line of Plix. And yes, he does.
Yeah. Well, what a race. Considering that was a low attendance, so... Great race.
It was definitely a good race indeed, Lee. And obviously, the winner, Matthias, the winner of the season. And it's a little bit of a trend at the moment. Tim won the first 2 races. Matthias won the 3rd and the 4th race. Next week, we're at probably, well, it's the 5th race of this season. Obviously, is the duel of Monaco. And obviously, Monaco, the tightest track on the calendar. I mean, whoever starts on pole, they have a massive advantage, don't they, Lee? And obviously, if it's the 2 of Tim and Matthias, then, or if it's Tim and Matthias 1 and 2, then that's going to be a saucy race. However, though, to finish off this one, we're just going to run through where everyone finished. Matthias 1st, Hulkenberg 2nd, Tony 3rd, Valentino 4th, Tim 5th, Joanne 6th, Casper 7th, Venom 8th, Fran 9th, and Gavin 10th. Plix also finished 11th, and Indigo ended up DNFing. However, though, on to driver of the day, we have to pick 2. So who are your 2 driver of the days, Lee? Just go for it.
I'm gonna have to say Tony, and Tony for, well, he's driven a brilliant race, and Dane and my 2 nominations. I think both came from the back of the grid and did excellent races, maybe quiet ones. But still, they did what they have to do, and very excellent races from both of them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Lee. I would say Matthias. However, Matthias' win, some could argue, was a little bit of luck from Hulkenberg, but we're not going to really discuss it. You need luck sometimes, and you need to take the gamble as well for some, and obviously it didn't pay off for some people who went on the mediums very early. However, though, Lee, obviously it is time to end the stream, unfortunately, as obviously the race is now over. We can't really do much about this, but anyway, what a race it was. Well, obviously at the end it was meant to be a little bit funny, but at the start there was a lot of battles, and obviously some battles to probably look into as probably some of the best of the season so far. However, despite having a 30-man grid, all of them worked their hearts out to provide an amazing race tonight. And obviously next week, I'm hoping for more of the same. But obviously we're at Monaco; it's difficult to overtake. However, we could see a few surprises, a few thrills and spills. And obviously next week we'll obviously have to find out. But from me and Leroy tonight, who have been your commentators and taken our time to commentate for the league tonight, we will say good night.